Hey, welcome to Super Social Club. I'm Jeremy. Today I got a couple Jack Daniel's expressions, the Heritage Barrel and the Single Barrel Barrel Proof. This one actually happens to be a store pick from the SAQ in Quebec. I'll let you know how they compare and contrast when I nose them, taste them, and give them a mark. Starting with the Heritage Barrel, what makes this one unique is that it's distilled and bottled at entry proof or full proof, 50 ABV, 100 proof. You see this kind of trend happening in a couple different bourbons, American whiskeys nowadays. Michter's does it, the new Weller Full Proof does it. So they're distilling it at a lower ABV and then bottling it at the same ABV. It says it brings out a little more character, a little more flavor in the grain. You yield less whiskey overall, but you're kind of making up for it in maybe some more aromas, some more flavors. So let's see how this is on the nose. Phenomenal nose. Really, really nice. Vanilla caramel, of course, but then you get this like really nice tobacco, like almost like cigar pipe kind of combination of flavors. Really, really good. Yeah, that tobacco note just shines through. It's pretty epic. Really, really good. You get a little bit of like oakiness, almost kind of like antique kind of furniture note as well. Almost like I'm gonna say like shoe polish, but it's very like mild. It's not like a very heavy, overwhelming odor. It's kind of just back there. It's kind of like an antique table that's been finished. Really, really good. A little bit of spiciness in there. I'd say nutmeg for sure. Man, that nose is great. Let's go palate. Vanilla caramel. You get this like almost like you can taste like the charcoal filtering that they put these things through, but it comes out just almost perfect in this. And then that tobacco note is there again. Finish, long finish on this one. I get this really nice overripe banana note on it. Maybe like some pomegranate too, which I absolutely love. Great whiskey. Score wise on this one, I'm gonna give it a nice 88 out of 100. For value, I paid $65 US for this. That's a great price. I'm gonna bump it up one more, 89 out of 100 on this one. It just works super well. Really nice American whiskey. I really like this one a lot. Let's see how it compares to the barrel proof single barrel. All right, so this single barrel happens to be a store pick. It's the SAQ, which is essentially it's the Quebec version of the LCBO. It's the government-run liquor store, only liquor store that can sell spirits in the province. This is profile 2. There's 3 different profiles that they came up with, 3 different barrel selections. This one is bottled at 67.95% ABV. Let's see how it is on the nose. So very typical profile here. You get vanilla, caramel, oakiness. I'd say the oak on here is almost like that kind of creamy kind of style of oak. Brown sugar for sure. Some spiciness, and then again I'd say clove on the nose as well. Kind of like muted almost. Like everything is there. It's obviously cask strength stuff, but it's not overwhelming on the nose. It's not like the rich complexity that you were getting with this. It's kind of just lingering there. Let's go palate. So again, everything that you got on the nose shows up again on the palate. The vanilla, caramel, oak, brown sugar, and that spicy kind of cloviness. But the finish, you pick up a little bit more on the finish. It comes in, you kind of get this like almost like dirty kind of corn note to it. Definitely a lot of corn influence, a little bit of banana, and then I'd say almost like some heat on the finish on this one. You can definitely, the ABV definitely shows itself afterwards on the finish on this for sure. Very, very, not very hot, but there's some heat. There's definitely some heat to it. I'm just gonna add a touch of water, see how that brings it down. Now, I've tried and I've reviewed, when I used to review for Toronto Whiskey Society, I reviewed a single barrel proof from 2016. Absolutely loved it, thought it was a great whiskey. It was kind of when they were first kind of rolling them out. It might have been, I think they might have started in 2016 with these single barrel proofs. And I remember writing in my review that, it's about time that Jack Daniel's, started sharing some of this awesome whiskey they had, because before then, you got like your standard number 7, the Gentleman Jack, whatever. They were okay whiskeys, they were decent mixers and whatever else, but they were sitting on just some epic barrels there. And they obviously, people at the distillery knew what was going on, because they were probably trying them out and taking them home, a little sample here, a little sample there kind of thing. And they finally released some epic barrels, and I thought it was great. I'm like, thank you for finally sharing. I think I scored that one 89 out of 100. I thought it was great whiskey. Let's see how a little bit of water changed this. Definitely a little more complexity on the nose. Now I'm getting a little bit of that. It's almost like a rye kind of spiciness to this. And maybe a little more like banana on the nose as well. Mellows out that heat on the finish. Definitely water with this one, for sure. Definitely need to add some water. Brings out a little bit more to it. Score-wise for me on this, though, I'm going to give it 85 out of 100. I just don't think it's anywhere close to that 2016 single barrel that I had before. That one was kind of blowing me away. This one, yeah, it's I don't know, it's decent. It's not where it used to be, in my opinion. So 85 out of 100 value. This one came in at 80 Canadian dollars. So a little bit more expensive, almost the same when you do conversion, 65 US, 80 Canadian, about the same price, but you're getting a way better whiskey in this. I'm taking off a point for value here, bringing it down to 84 out of 100 on this one. Let me know what you think. Jack Daniel's single barrel stuff, definitely there's some variations for sure, obviously single barrels, but that 2016 I had was a great one. This one doesn't live up to it. The Heritage bottle, great stuff. If you can find this, if it's still on the shelf, I'm not sure if it was like a Tennessee exclusive release or whereabouts these are in the United States, but if you can find one, $65, $70 US, it's a buy on spot for sure. Really good stuff. Secondary price on these, I think they go for, I want to say around 125, 150, maybe they're up to now. So they're getting up there in price because people are realizing this is some really nice stuff. I'm not sure the production on this, but obviously it's limited for Jack Daniel's. Could still be a lot of barrels. So pick them up if you can. Let me know what you think. Is there a specific year, date, barrel number that you tried and really like on this one? Because that 2016 was good. I'll link to my review of it in the description below. You can check it out if you want. Appreciate it as always, guys. Have a good one. Cheers.